Most AI tool videos are made by people who don't actually run a business. They test tools for content, they rank them for views, and the list ends up looking more or less the same pretty much every single time. I run two companies, ActionCOACH Benefic Group and Benefic Marketing. I've personally tested somewhere north of 30 AI tools over the last 2 years. Many of them, at least today, are just noise. And a small handful of them are doing almost all of the work for me. Today, I'm going to walk you through the AI tools they actually pay for and use every single day to operate. I'm going to rank them. I'll tell you why. And there's one category at the end that I think is going to fall behind over the next 2 years. So let's get into it. The ranking is going to be very simple. S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and F tier. One question that I'm going to ask on every single tool. Does it make me money or does it give me real leverage as an operator? If it doesn't do either of these two things, I don't care how cool the demo is. It's not going to be in my stack. Let's start at the top. S tier. Claude. Claude is the tool that I use more than any other piece of software in my business. Period. I use the chat. I use Claude Cowork in Chrome, and I use Claude Code, which is the most part that, I don't know, most people don't actually know that much about. Here's something that most don't believe when I tell them. I'm not an engineer. I've never written production code in my life, but I've built our entire company website using Claude Code. And the cool thing is when I need to update it, I update it in seconds, not days. Not a developer ticket, seconds. This is the moment that AI stopped being a chat tool for me and became really the infrastructure behind everything that we're building. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. The tools that change what you can do as an operator are worth 10 times more than the tools that just save you a few minutes. Claude changed what I'm capable of building. S tier, top of the list. Next up, we've got Wispr Flow. I've never seen this tool on a top 10 AI list. I'm putting it in S tier anyway. Wispr Flow is a dictation tool. You talk, it transcribes, it cleans up what you said in real time. It works on my laptop. It works on my phone. It works on every other AI tool that I use. I dictated the brief that built this entire video script. I dictate emails. I dictate notes. I dictate prompts to Claude. I'm basically not typing anymore. Here's why it belongs in S tier. The tools that change your behavior are worth more than the tools that change your output. I think faster than I can type. Wispr lets my brain actually finish the thought before I lose it. So if you're an operator who has ideas all day and never gets them out of your head fast enough, this is the tool. Next up, we have Granola. I have, 4 to 6 meetings a day. Team meetings, client meetings, sales conversations, strategy sessions. Before Granola, I was losing action items consistently. I'd take notes during the meeting, I'd miss what someone said, or I'd take no notes and miss everything later. I'd try to write a summary afterwards, and I'd forget the most important thing. Now I just open Granola at the end of the day, and I ask it one question. What are my action items from today? It gives me the list. Across every meeting, every commitment that I've made, every commitment someone else made to me, all of it. I haven't lost action items in months. You don't need a note-taking system. You need a brain that doesn't forget. Granola is that for me. And some of you may be sitting here wondering, well, what about Fireflies or Fathom or all these other tools? Personally, I like Granola because it doesn't have to be admitted into meetings. So I can use Granola offline, online, on Zoom meetings. It doesn't matter. I can have the thing running in real time. It takes the transcript, it creates AI notes for me, and I can take notes directly in the platform. So it captures all 3 of these, 3 different ways to capture the information. So this is my personal S tier. 3 tools: Claude, Wispr Flow, and Granola. Let's move to A tier, the leverage stack. First one, OpenClaw. Running my custom agent named Rex. Rex runs on the Anthropic API with some Gemini and OpenAI access for specific tasks. He works in the background. He proactively pulls ideas, drafts first versions of things, sends them to me without me having to prompt anything. That's kind of the key here. The unlock isn't that he's smart. The unlock is that I don't have to ask. He just does the work. This is the next phase of AI, not chat, but agentic. Second on this list is Descript. I would not be producing video content without Descript, period. It records my camera and my screen separately. It transcribes everything, has a built-in editor. I can cut, I can rearrange, I can clean up the video without ever having to open a real editing program. Listen, I don't have an editing team. I don't have time or the budget to hire one right now. Descript replaces a team that I don't personally have. Which brings us to number 3, Opus clips. Long form to short form. Not as good as a human editor, but way better than nothing. It's not perfect. The clips need a little bit of review, but it gives me a starting point that I never would have made time to create on my own. So let's get into number 4, Gemini. Gemini lives inside the Google workspace, which is where my team operates. That truly is a real advantage. I use it for deep research, working across documents and sheets, and for anything that I need the AI to actually understand in my Google ecosystem. For me, it's not my daily driver, but if you took it out of my stack, I'd feel it. Which brings us to number 4, Perplexity. Real-time search with citations. When I need to know something is actually true, when I need to see the source, when I'm researching a market or a competitor, I need depth. Perplexity is the tool for that. It's not for chatting for me, it's for verifying. So that's the A tier list. Let's move on to the B and the C tier. First up today, ChatGPT. This is going to surprise some people. I left ChatGPT for 6 months. It used to be my daily driver. It was the tool that I used. Then Claude got way better. ChatGPT got worse, and I moved everything over. Recently, though, I brought ChatGPT back, but only for 1 or 2 specific things. Right now, one of those things, I have a scheduled task that pulls data from my CRM every morning, and it gives me a daily brief. So think of it this way: lead count, pipeline stages, what's been assigned, where do I need to focus that day? That use case is got to be one of the coolest things that I've seen. Codex is another one that's worth watching. As that continues to get better, ChatGPT, for me, might earn more of my time back. Right now, it's still in B tier for me, with strong use cases, but it's still not my daily driver. Next up is Notebook LM. Genuinely great. Just get that it exists. When I remember to actually use it, especially for learning a new topic or working through dense material, it is excellent. So this one's on me, not on the tool. Then we have a tool called Obsidian. Obsidian isn't really an AI tool, but I'm putting it on the list because it becomes the backbone of everything else. Everything that I write, every note, every idea, every thought gets stored as a markdown file in Obsidian. That means that any AI tool that I use can pull from it. It also means that I'm not locked into a software platform. These are files that I own on my computer forever. This is like the unsexy infrastructure that actually matters. All right, now let's talk about the bottom of the list, the F tier. There's a whole category of AI that I think is mostly noise right now. And it's the AI that's already built into the software that you're paying for. I'm talking about things like QuickBooks AI, HubSpot AI, Go High Level's built-in AI features. The AI assistants that Intuit and basically every other legacy SaaS company is bolting onto their products and selling them as a feature. Here's why I think that is a problem. These tools are chat interfaces with access to your data. You may ask them a question, they give you an answer. In most cases, that's it. Chat is the old layer. Agentic is the new layer. Real AI does the work for you. It takes action, it executes, it moves things forward without you having to ask. The AI built into your legacy software just talks about your data. We have graduated from chat interface. We're moving into agentic AI that does things for us. If your AI tool isn't doing things, you're still operating on an outdated system. Here's the bigger problem. These companies are playing catch up. They have to retrofit AI onto products built 10, maybe even 15 years ago. They're not AI first, they're AI bolted on. Over the next 12 to 24 months, one of 2 things is going to happen. This is my prediction. Either these companies are going to open up and let real AI tools integrate with their data, or operators like me are going to build around them. I'd rather have Claude with access to my QuickBooks data than QuickBooks AI looking at my data. And that is a possibility today. That's the shift. I'm not interested in paying for extra AI features inside tools that aren't built as AI first. I'd rather build a stack around the tools that do things, not tools that talk about things. So F tier, or at least save your money. So one more category before I wrap this up and bring us to a close. The AI app builders. Bolt, Lovable, Replit, things like that. Now, listen, I'm not going to call these bad tools. Replit specifically taught me what was possible. I built real things in it. I learned what an AI-assisted development workflow even feels like. It's a great place to start. But here's what I wasn't really warned about ahead of time. When I outgrew the starter stack and I wanted to own every layer of my application, getting out was a bit harder than I had planned for. Database in Supabase, hosting on Vercel, coding Claude coding on GitHub. These separate pieces that I actually could control. Replit was built to keep me in. Hosting, database, environment variables, all bundled together. Great, phenomenal even when you're starting. Painful when you want to graduate. So the lesson isn't that these tools are bad. The lesson is this: pick your tools knowing where you want to graduate to. The cost of leaving matters just as much as the cost of starting. If you're brand new, start with Replit or Lovable. Just know that eventually you may outgrow it. So here's what this all comes back to. AI isn't replacing small business. It's replacing inconsistency. The companies that win over the next 5 years aren't going to be the ones with the most AI tools. They're going to be the ones who built the right execution layer. Systems that run the same way every single time, no matter who's doing the work. AI is sitting underneath all of it, making sure that nothing falls through. In my opinion, that's not a tool problem. That's a fundamentals problem. So I'm in the process of writing a book about this. It's called The Ownership Advantage. It's about the 4 pillars of building a business that runs on systems instead of heroics. AI is the underpinning. These pillars are the structure. If that resonates, the book waitlist is at tannerobrien.com/book. And if you want to see how this stack evolves, because it will, make sure to hit subscribe. I'll keep documenting in real time. So that's it. That's the stack. Hope you've enjoyed. We'll see you next week. And as always, go build some amazing businesses together.